Hey friend, happy Friday. It's day 12 of my 30-day challenge consecutively, but that's okay. The Lord gives us grace, so we should give ourselves grace. Today, I just wanted to share with you something very profound and inspirational that I read in the book of Proverbs to start your day off right this lovely Friday morning. I don't know where you are, but where I am, the sky is blue and the sun is shining, and it's just a beautiful day. I hope it is where you are too. So this morning I was in the book of Proverbs, and I was in chapter 10, verse 13, the second half of that verse, and it has stuck with me. It says, "But those who lack sense shall be beaten with a rod." And I love that. It made me laugh, and I chuckled, and so I text my sister, who is also my pastor's wife. My husband and I don't know if I've mentioned this, are youth pastors at our church. And so I texted her and I was like, hey, I found this beautiful Proverbs quote that I'd like to have made into a plaque to put on the wall in the youth room for the kids. And she knows me really well. So she was like, which one, Casey? And I told her which one, and she laughed and she said, no. So the funny thing is that she and I were having this conversation yesterday about some of the harder kids in our youth group. And I told her the funny thing is that it's the kids who come in giving me the hardest time who almost always end up being the closest to me. And I realized over time that it's just because these kids just need extra love. They are struggling, they are hurting, they feel unseen, and they feel lost, especially today. Today is so much harder. Kids today have so many identity struggles, it's ridiculous. It is so much harder today to be a teenager than it was when I was, which was only a couple thousand years ago. And so I really have a heart for the ones who come in and giving me the most attitude. And that sounds crazy. Most people just get annoyed with them. And I do, like, I get aggravated, and there are moments where I'm like, Lord, I don't know if I have the patience for this. But in the end, it's always worth loving them a little extra harder. And that can be really difficult. We have some people in our church who, when they first started coming, we used to refer to them, my sister and I specifically, used to refer to them as prickly pears. They were prickly pears. They are a little harder to love. They might prick you a little bit if you get too close. But the more I got to know them and understood their pain points, the more I realized why they were prickly pears, and the harder I chose to love them. And so I want to encourage you today, whether it's a young person in your life or a coworker in your life or that family member in your life who is hard to love, go and love them a little bit harder. I am not telling you to allow toxic people to remain in your life. I'm not telling you to let abusive people remain in your life. But there's a very big difference between toxicity and hard to love, and I think our culture today has started to blur those lines. Anybody who's hard to love, they call them toxic. No, friend, they're hurting. If they're toxic, remove them. I don't tolerate that. I don't allow people to stay in my life. I don't care how close you are to me. I don't care what your relation is to me. You will not create a toxic environment for me or my family. You will not abuse me or my family. But when it comes to people who are just hard to love them a little harder, because I've been that person. So that's it. Happy Friday. Go love someone.